皆さんご安全に、やまけいです。ゲーム実況 NBA2K20 試合をやっていきたいと思います。
The rest of his game.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Smart. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. Boston shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. Well, one of the bigger names in free agency this past summer was Kemba Walker. A lot of teams, Greg, looking at him.
And rightfully so, Kevin. With Kemba, a point guard who is in his prime, he's an impact player who can hit big shots and is one of the more underrated stars in our league.
Count that one from Ogilvy.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Mills with it, working on Walker. Here's Robinson, puts the fadeaway right on the money.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And Walker kicks to Ogilvy.
And the Spurs acquiring all-star DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Porter in exchange for Kawhi Leonard with one full season in the bag. How do you view that trade?
Well, I tell you what, I think it's going to work well both ways. Obviously, for Toronto, it was fantastic, but I like Porter. This guy has tremendous attributes and ability as a big guy. The Spurs, with no interest in a long rebuild, they'd rather retool on the fly, and I think they put themselves in position to be pretty good going forward.
Back to Gay. Shot clock at 6. Robinson dishes to Carroll. It's rebounded by Tice.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And here's Walker. He picked up 36 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Gay passes to Mills. Williams with the block. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Spurs lead by 14. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. It's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Ogilvy, and it's Poirier in at the center position. Murray's checked in for Patty Mills. Takes it from 10. Rebound Boston. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And as good as a team as they were a year ago, they hated seeing these guys in their meetings. Just couldn't get it done against them.
And even with all their talent, Greg, they finished 0-2 in the series. I mean, you know they're happy to be in different conferences now.
Let's go. Walker's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Brown outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Here's Lyles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Spurs.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And that one misses. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Thunder.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tatum really good, Kevin, at getting out in transition and taking advantage of what the defense gives you.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Now here's Mills. Puts it up from 15. Pass to Carroll. Back to Robinson. That one's not going to go. Excellent D from Cancer. The 3 from Tatum. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Robinson's checked in for Purdy. Trey Lyles comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Rudy Gay's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Murray's subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Murray out there with DeJounte Murray. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Robinson. And it's Gay in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. The Celtics have gone 7 of 11 from the line. And he can't hit the second. Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Tice passes to Poirier. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Murray dishes to Robinson. Gay outside, lets the 3 fly, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
You want your team to be aggressive on the glass, but he was a little too zealous for that rebound.
Yeah, it appeared to me as he was trying to get a piggyback ride, man. That's an easy call to make and going to be called every time.
And the Spurs making a change here. Carroll's checked in. Then for the Celtics, Robert Williams comes in for Daniel Tice. And it's Tatum in for Shemi Ojeleye. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night. Walker with it. 10 points for him. Trying to end the drought. Second chance shot, and Williams lays it in.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Murray kicks to Gay. Passes it to Carroll. Murray with the bounce pass. Robinson down low. He has 6. It's good from in time. Robinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It might be the most difficult shot in basketball, the hook shot.
Now Walker. There's the triple. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. On the court for the Celtics. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. And Williams is right there.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Aldridge kicks to Carroll from past the arc. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 8 rebounds in this game.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Aldridge, the pass to DeRozan. Over Brown. DeRozan's shot is good.
Well, you can see the excitement in DeRozan's eyes when he gets these opportunities. I mean, he's a knockdown threat from there.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan, Idlewild, Kobe Bryant, Clark, and pattern to hit. Five seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to